Well, good morning. This is Mark Idelman, speech-language pathologist, and this particular video is going to be about the teaching of talking method and why we work in conversation. Now, the first thing I got to tell you is that we don't always start with conversation, because there are some people who have Apraxia, and if they have Apraxia, we have to start teaching them how to make all the individual sounds of speech. And once we teach them the individual sounds of speech, they can start forming words. And as soon as they can start forming words, we start to get them into conversation. What is conversation? Conversation is the ability to share with another person your ideas, your thoughts, your wants, your desires, your hopes, your dreams, and even what you did last night or what you had for breakfast. So that's a little bit about what conversation is. It's an interchange. It's an expression of thought between two people. And usually the two people take turns. It's not like one person has the floor for the whole time, because that can get very boring. So the second thing is that there are some people who have like a Broca's aphasia, and they can speak okay. There's nothing wrong with their speech motor, but what their problem is they have difficulty initiating speech. So with them, we teach them where to start along with their caregiver or their wife or their daughter, and we help set a specific number of words to be expressed in phrases and sentences. Then once that is done, we teach the person, the caregiver, or the person with aphasia, how to string words together to express a thought. And in many cases, it takes another person to help stimulate that, especially on the days when there's no therapy. So, why conversation? Well, conversation is fun. You know, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I get kind of down, or even if I get very excited about something, or if there's something new that's happening in my life, I want to share it. So a lot of times I have children in Florida whom I call and share the news, and they share with me their news. I have one daughter who's moving into a new house, and she has a lot to share with me. And I have another son who's got 2 children, and he has a lot to share with me. And then I have a couple of friends that I've had for a long, long time, and we discuss our mutual interests. Now, when I'm speaking with these people, I always am happy. Now, I know it's not like that with everybody in their families. But when I speak to my children and when I speak to my best friends, I'm happy. Why is that? Because we're sharing. I'm sharing about me. They're sharing about them. We share with each other funny experiences. We share with each other where we've been, what we've done. We share mistakes we've made. We share certain foods we may have had. We share our views on what's going on in today's world, to a minimum. And so it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun conversation. And that's why the teaching of talking is fun, because we don't sit around with flashcards. We don't sit around with notebooks. We don't sit around with iPads. Now, there are some people who just will never talk again, and I know that. And they may need some type of device to help them speak. But what happens too often in the field is what we call expediency, and that is, what's the thing that we can give them and then be on our way? Because let's face it, most speech therapy for severe to profound difficulties is intensive, and it takes a considerable amount of time. And so therefore, sometimes some therapists, some administrations, and some insurance companies may just want to do what's most expedient. Well, just give them a talking device. Just give them an electronic device and be on your way. The problem is, for most, they don't want an electronic device. An electronic device can never do what conversation does, can never interact like conversation does. There are some that are okay, but in many cases, and here's the thing you got to remember, in many cases, people are able to learn how to speak again. But the problem is that many people in the field, many people in the companies that provide services, in some cases they want things to be expedient. And then they'll maybe have a conversation group. Now, a conversation is group fine for those who can talk or minimally talk. But they're not so good for people who can't talk. They go there, they sit there like a bump on a log while everybody else is talking. Now, it's a good idea for caregivers to attend because they get a chance to socialize and meet with other care partners, husbands, wives, etc. So that's good. And getting out of the house and socializing is also good. But the best solution is an intensive approach with a therapist who knows what they're doing, a therapist that will guide you through specific tasks that he'll have you do, and you'll start seeing speech emerge. And there's nothing more exciting than that. So this video has been about conversation and the joys of conversation and the joys of learning how to talk and being able to converse with a spouse, with children, with family members, or even with storekeepers or neighbors, just about anybody. So this is Mark Idelman, speech language pathologist. If you've liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. And below the video, if you'd like to work with me, or if you'd like to be mentored by me, or ask my advice about something, then I'd be more than happy to set up a telephone conversation with you and or consider you for treatment. So I hope you have a great day today. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, and please check the links below and contact us and become a member of the Teaching of Talking family. You'll be very glad you did. Okay, now, have a great day, a great year, and a great lifetime. Bye-bye now.